Hey everybody, it's me, Amelia Lady B, and welcome back to my channel, Millennial in Menopause. Today, I am going to be talking about the most challenging topic when it comes to menopause. But first, the disclaimer. Some of you may have already know what this video is about just from the title alone. And yes, it is about hormone replacement therapy. So I know you are getting all types of ads everywhere on your social media. Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube are like posting all of these ads for hormone replacement therapy or different bioidentical hormone replacement therapy treatments, drugs, creams, pills, and whatever the case may be. And you're sitting here like, what am I supposed to do? What the heck should I be taking? Some of you have already taken certain treatments and you're still experiencing really bad menopausal symptoms. So I am going to attempt to break it down for you just a little bit to make your decision maybe a little lighter and just shed some light just a little bit on about hormone replacement therapy. Of course, as you've heard in my disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. I am just a woman who is experiencing surgical menopause, and I have done a lot of research as far as what hormone replacement therapy is and even if it's right for me. So I try to provide this information to you all in as much layman's terms as I possibly can. And again, do your own research. Follow whatever medical professional you would like to follow on the socials, talk to your own doctor, and make your decision. So let's get into it. Just to be clear, this video is going to be talking about menopausal hormone replacement therapy because hormone replacement therapy is actually a general treatment. It can be given to men, as well as its treatments for people who have hormone deficiencies and different conditions that they're going through. So this is specifically around menopausal hormone replacement therapy, MHT. All right. So menopausal hormone therapy pretty much has there are two forms. So there's just the menopause hormone replacement therapy, which is like the regular FDA approved one. And then there is a bioidentical or body identical form of the hormone therapy. The difference between the two is one is FDA approved and is a combination of synthetic and also plant-based. I don't want to say chemicals, but like chemicals and plant-based forms. And then the body identical slash bioidentical one is completely plant-based. As you know, FDA approval means that it is government regulated. So it's approved by the FDA, approved by medical boards to provide these treatments. And so these are treatments that are normally covered under insurance. So anything that is FDA approved, so all of our prescription drugs and medications that we get prescribed from our doctors, they're approved. They're approved treatment from the FDA and is covered by insurance. Now, there are those things that we can take if you notice, like herbal items, certain supplements that are not FDA approved, especially if they're fully plant-based or non-GMO or things like that, typically are not approved by the FDA because there's no scientific or research that supports certain claims or supports that these herbs or natural remedies actually provide the outcome that the patient is looking for. So body identical slash bioidentical is not FDA approved and is not covered under insurance. So that is one of the biggest differences between the menopausal hormone replacement therapy and then the bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So that can make a difference of which one you're going to take as well. Because if it's not, being that it's not covered by insurance, it can be pricey, and especially depending on the form you are going to be choosing. So is it an injection? Will it be a cream? Will it be a patch? Injection meaning like the pellet, because I think both offer pellet. I'm not sure, but it just depends on which form you're going to be taking and how much it will cost. But it will be out of pocket and not covered by your insurance. Another difference between hormone replacement therapy and also the body identical is that the body identical is compounded by a pharmacy, meaning because it is specifically created for you. So they have different dosages that are, I guess, different dosages from FDA approved versions. So let's say FDA approves for zero point 0.5 milligrams of hormone replacement therapy, the regular one, and then the body identical may have a totally different low dose. Their low dose might be zero point 0.2 or 5.5, who knows? But there's a difference in the dosage amount that each one provides as their low dose, their base low dose, and their base dosages are totally different. I think another big thing between the two are also the conversation about it being safer. So there technically is no real research or enough research. I'm going to say that enough research to prove that body identical is safer than the regular hormone replacement therapy. So, unfortunately, because there's so little research behind that, it's not to say that it is safer or not. I will say because it is more plant based, you can think safer on that end because it's not synthetic, it's not some random chemical being compounded into your medication. Back to bioidentical not being able to be used through your insurance, you may also have to find another doctor. And this is because I would say most maybe primary cares or gynecological doctors are not trained in the body identical hormone replacement therapy. So you would have to go to a doctor who has more experience with that has connections with compounding pharmacies and also who has more experiences with the body identical hormone replacement therapy. So there are two forms of HRT on both sides, body identical and on the regular HRT. So that is estrogen only, which is typically only given to women who have no uterus, reading my notes, and then combination HRT. This is given to women who still have a uterus and is not very beneficial for women who have had a hysterectomy. Now, this again, when we're thinking about the combination or when we're thinking about the type as well, those are the conversations that you want to have with your doctor as well, because it will determine what is a best suited fit for you. Next, I want to go ahead and get into the risk and the benefits first because it kind of goes hand in hand with the types. All right, so we're going to start with the risk first. So the risks of hormone replacement therapy on either side are blood clots, risk of breast cancer, and also risk of stroke. The benefits, of course, of HRT is to reduce menopausal symptoms. I mean, that's why it was created, to help reduce and to, because again, our bodies are being depleted of hormones. Those of us who are in surgical menopause, it can be a little bit more dicey for us because our hormones are pretty much being depleted faster. We do not produce estrogen. We don't have our ovaries to produce the needed amount of estrogen that our bodies require. So that is where it kind of can get a little dicey when it comes to making a decision. And why I say that is because you want to look at your family history and also your own personal medical history. If you have a history of blood clots, if you have a history, personal history of blood clots, or even maybe family history, I think that should be something you want to consider. And also if you have a family history of breast cancer. Um, you may not have breast cancer yourself, but if you have a family history, if you want to, you can go ahead. If you do have a history, most doctors will have you take the BRAC, I think it's called BRAC, test to determine if you have any precursors or any genes or I can't remember what I'm trying to say, but the BRAC test, okay? Um, Me personally, because I get this question all the time, am I taking hormone replacement therapy? I have not taken hormone replacement therapy. My gynecologist is very, I think he has this conversation with me every time I go in. I had my hysterectomy at 33, and it is recommended for women who have had their ovaries removed if it was before the age of 40 that we should be on hormone replacement therapy because of the benefits. Um, and you would be on hormone replacement therapy from that point to maybe about 50, 51. So about the time when the onset of menopause would typically take place. So that's the length of time that you would be on hormone replacement therapy. So the reason why I am not on hormone replacement therapy, I have a gynecologist and I have also have an oncologist. I have an oncologist because during my hysterectomy, I ended up developing a DVT, so a deep vein thrombosis, blood clot in my right leg, and it actually was in the main artery of my leg. And so I was on anticoagulant for about 4 years. I believe it was 4 or 5 years. And so I couldn't take hormone replacement therapy at that time. I came off of it. My gyno asked me, so when are we going to do this? And I told him that to. I didn't want to take it. I did a lot of research and I found out about, I know about bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So I asked my primary about it and she referred me to someone else. And then I asked my oncologist about it. Again, I asked her about, because it was my first time asking her, I asked her about what does she think about hormone replacement therapy or even body identical hormone replacement therapy. And she said, absolutely not. She did say that if I was going to try it, maybe progesterone would be a fit for me. But then again, as I'm doing even more research, progesterone alone would not be beneficial either. But again, that's a whole nother conversation that I actually want to have with a professional, another doctor, regarding it. So everybody has their own journey and their own story. Because here's the thing, I hear all the time, it's coming up on my social media, and of course it is because my content is menopause related. So a lot of my feed in my For You pages, sometimes I'm going to get random menopausal conversations, people talking about menopause. And so I'll get a lot of physicians, professional doctors who are talking about what women should be doing during this time of their life, perimenopause, menopause, and everything. And a lot of them are pushing HRT. Now, to each its own. I am not going to, I will neither say to tell someone, I can't tell anyone basically um, to take it or not to take it. I always advise, my advice is to talk with your doctor, speak with your doctor, do your own research before you speak with your doctor, do more research after you speak with your doctor, and you make your decision there. If you feel comfortable with a low dose and moving into maybe a higher dose, go for it. It then go for it. I know asking questions is very important because people want to know. So, are you taking it? What are you doing? How does it make you feel? Understand that hormone replacement therapy is not one size fits all. So, I've had people who've made comments saying that it was amazing for me. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. It's helped me. I feel like a brand new person. And have other people who have said it was the worst decision that they made in their life, that it made their symptoms even worse. So it all depends on your body. No one's body is the same. So to make a general statement that every woman needs to be on hormone replacement therapy, I don't think it's very I don't think it's safe to say. Um, but I understand that, you know, doctors have to do what they got to do, whether it's making money, some are genuinely it's about helping women because they've seen the benefits of it. And it's amazing, but every woman isn't the same. Every woman's not the same. Some of us are, some women are just, like I said, just not the same. And so, for the reason of my DVT, is why I decided not to, because I don't want to risk anything. I do not want to be on any other anticoagulant ever again. Um, so, I try to manage my symptoms as naturally as possible. So, I do take supplements, exercise, um, herbs, things like that. And I'm really getting more into the herb area because I want to get myself in a regulated pattern of things. It's been 9 years as of uh, December 17th. December 17th was like 9 years for me. It's been 9 years for me. My hot flashes have tapered off a little bit. I still experience them, but they've tapered off. They're not as intense as they were before. Um, I think right now I'm trying to find that perfect balance for my sleep, for insomnia. Um, Depression and anxiety, I know when I need to take my supplements. So I know when I have not been taking my vitamin D, my magnesium, also when I cut back on exercise or I have a high level of stress. And that will increase my bouts of anxiety and depression or melancholiness. So, yeah, we have to learn our bodies. It's not to say I am all for speaking with your doctor. It's very important to do so because this is your team of people. And I am all for, finding a new team of people if need be. Um, we rely on the expertise of our medical professionals because they went to school for this. They have done hours and hours of research. Um, they have to go to conferences and get abreast of all these things. There are some that are very adequate and they're very good at what they do. And there are some that are just not so great. They're a little lackadaisical and they just go by what's out there. They're like, yes, take it, boom, boom, boom. And that's just that. You don't feel that, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a team. You should feel like you're a part of the team when you're speaking with your doctor. When it comes to your treatment plans, you should feel like you're a part of the team and they're giving you can put in your input and they're giving you the best solid advice that they possibly can. So I'm all for finding a new team if you need to find a new team. I'm all for, of course, research. I will harp on this forever. Always do your own research. If there's an article that you've ever read or an article that I suggest you read, then look it over, highlight, and then take that to your doctor and see if they've read that information. Um, when you find a doctor that is like that, keep them on your team. Keep them on your team. It's very helpful, beneficial that we're able to be a part of the conversation. It's not us trying to be doctors. I'm not trying to be a doctor. I don't want to put in those kind of hours and that amount of school. That's not for me. But we are the ones in our bodies, right? We are the ones together. Talk to your spouse about it and have friends with you. Have, I don't know, family members with you. Have those discussions. Talk to them about what they've experienced. Talk to them about, your family histories and pray about it. Pray and make your decision. And so I hope that this video was able to break it down just a little bit about hormone replacement therapy and what might be the best fit for you if it is even an option for you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Let me know if you're taking hormone replacement therapy, if you're taking body identical hormone replacement therapy. Has it worked for you? Has it not worked for you? And I hope that this video helped you along your journey. So until next time, ladies, be blessed, bold, and beautiful. Bye.